Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm talking about opposing forces and how you can use opposing forces to generate more power in your golf swing. If you can get a better understanding of how the physics in the golf swing works, you can probably understand better the kind of movements that you've got to be making in the golf swing. And there is no position in the golf swing where this is more important than at the moment of impact. At the moment of impact, as you are actually striking the golf ball, there's a lot of things going on in your body which you're probably not aware of. But one of the main things is the resistance that your body is using against the ground, pressing away from the direction that you're actually trying to hit the golf ball. In fact, you could almost divide your body down the middle through impact and say that the right side for a right-handed golfer, the trail side, is actually moving towards the target, is trying to hit towards the target, whereas the lead side of the body, the left side for a right-handed golfer, is pushing away from the target. And you could go even further and say you can only generate as much energy towards the target as you are actually forcing away from the target. This is really very easy to see in other sporting actions, especially in throwing movements like javelin, discus, shot put, where it's very obvious that the lead foot is actually resisting the forces that the trail side is actually releasing towards the target. In a golf swing, because everything's kind of going underarm, because we're rotating in this way, and mostly we will get a video picture from face on or at best down the line. We never really kind of get this picture from the target direction, where we're actually seeing, or would be able to see better, how the lead side is basically being pushed up, the lead shoulder is being pushed up and back away from the target, which is allowing the rotation of the upper body, the trail shoulder, the trail arm, out towards the target at the moment of impact. And I think you've really kind of got to get used to this. I've been talking about it a lot, about using ground forces in the past in a number of videos, but you've got to get used to this kind of feeling of being able to resist with one side of your body and hit with the other side of the body. And if you can get these forces to really equal one another out, that's when you're actually going to, from the front picture, have this feeling that the golfer is absolutely kind of moving around a stable axis in the center, in the core of their body. Whereas in truth, one part of their body is actually trying to push them away from the target, whereas the other part of their body is trying to push them towards the target. And when you get these forces equal and opposite, that is when you actually see this absolute, as if they had a spike stuck through the body into the ground, and they're kind of rotating on a totally stable axis. Now, obviously, the question is, how can you practice this? I think one of the main things is really, if we remember the exercises we do all the time with the hands across the chest, one of the main things is about getting pressure into the lead foot before you get to the top of your backswing, in order to be able to use the lead foot to resist the forces that you're going to be generating with the shoulders, arms and clubs, and swinging actually through the ball. And the whole time, really, from the start of the downswing, your lead foot is trying to move your lead hip and indirectly your lead shoulder out of the way. So if you can actually get an exercise which gives you this feeling of transferring the pressure at the top of your swing into your lead side and then pressing away from the target, even if you have this feeling that it's actually going to push you backwards away from the target, you'll actually see an awful lot of long drive guys who are actually jumping out of the ball and actually going backwards after they've hit the ball, because their lead side is actually creating more power than the trail side through the ball. And although they're in good balance through impact, just after impact, basically the lead side wins and they're going off in a kind of stumbling back away from the ball. Doesn't matter, the golf ball's already gone. Obviously, if you're looking for more consistency in your shots, getting the ball more into the fairways, then keeping this balance through impact is going to be very important. So I think that's probably a little easier to see, as I actually get through the golf ball. I am actually pushing back here with the lead foot. I'll try and exaggerate that a little bit this time. So there I'm actually kind of pushing myself away from the target. Now obviously to start off with, that's going to cause you to hit all kinds of crap shots. You'll be topping the ball, maybe even hitting the ground before the ball, which obviously is not something you want to be doing on the golf course, but your body has got to kind of get a feeling. What's it like if I put too much pressure into the lead side? And what happens if I don't put enough pressure into the lead side? What will actually be the consequence in the shot? This will also help you when you're out on the golf course to actually kind of get a feeling, what did my body do right or wrong in the last swing? And getting an exercise which will just kind of help you to get a feeling for too much trail, too much lead, too much trail, too much lead, and balancing that out so that you're then actually able to stay centered while really working hard with both your legs. Then when you get the golf ball there, you should be able to keep perfect balance through impact. Keep this lead side away from the target. Stop yourself sliding too much or swaying into the ball. And you should actually find that the quality of your strike and also the club head speed will increase simply because of the stability that you're putting into your swing. The more distance that you're looking for, the further you want to hit the golf ball, the more that your lead side has got to be working, the more that you've got to be getting into that lead side early in order to get the lead leg working and pushing back away from the target. As you come through impact, you've got to have this feeling of being separated here, down the middle. Your lead side moving back away, supported by the lead leg. Your trail side moving towards the target, supported by your trail leg. And your head in the middle, basically, as the axis that everything is kind of moving around. Sometimes it's just these pictures, these explanations that help you maybe find that hidden piece in the jigsaw that you've been looking for so long. I hope this is the one that completes your jigsaw. If it is, don't forget to like the channel. If you haven't subscribed to me already, then please do so. Thanks again to all of my patrons who've supported me now for over a year. Thank you guys and girls very, very much. I'll be back with a new one very shortly. Until then, goodbye.